Welcome back to the Dark Manor podcast. I'm Iris.
I'm Hax.
We're back on the SCP train.
Yes, we were gonna have Fletcher here, but they couldn't make it, so I'm wearing the flannel.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking about God today.
God.
More specifically, SCP whatever the fuck.
343. SCP-343, titled God.
Yeah, we got sidetracked before we recorded this, so Minecraft movie is on our minds. Thank you, Jason Momoa, for being cast in the Minecraft movie.
It's gonna be the worst thing I've ever seen. It's gonna be worse than
Hey. It's not gonna be the worst thing you've seen. There's a RV movie starring Margot Robbie. And a stacked cast.
Stacked.
Like, the actor for Shang-Chi is there, Will Ferrell is there.
It's gonna be the worst movie of their lives. Careers.
Suicide Squad exists for Margot Robbie.
So yeah, we're back on the SCP Foundation reading SCP-343 titled God.
His object class is safe for some reason.
Well, we'll figure out
It's
why.
fucking God.
We'll figure out why. It's God. It's not like he's been here for us anyway. No wonder he's safe. He hasn't done shit. Alright, item number SCP-343. Object class, safe.
343, not to be confused with the team that makes Halo games.
Or the Minecraft entity 303. Special containment procedures. SCP-343 resides in a 6.1 meter by 6.1 meter, 20 feet by 20 feet, room at Minimal Security Site 17. It should be brought any items it requests and visited by at least one staff member each day. Attempts to add further safety precautions or required clearances are unnecessary/impossible due to the nature of SCP-343. See description. Description. SCP-343 is a male...
Ah!
What the fuck?
It's a male?!
You're a bastard. Is a man... Is a male... Is a male seemingly raceless humanoid in appearance with apparent omnipotence.
What is that again?
Which part?
What's its gender?
Male. What are you screaming about?
I am male-phobic.
I'm male. I don't like to go get the mail.
You're gay.
Fuck.
Big difference.
I don't like to get the mail in the morning.
Fucking
What was that?
Keep reading.
Where was I? SCP-343 was discovered walking the streets of Prague and detained after a staff member witnessed him disappear from the streets and reappear on a rooftop. SCP-343 is detained willingly in his chamber as containment has proved impossible. See notes. Addendum number 343-1. SCP-343, colloquially named God, by the staff here, looks like an older man. Fucking hate you. Although his features are different to each observer. In my first talk with him, he claimed outright to be the creator of the universe. When I asked him to prove this, he laughed, walked through the wall of the chamber, and returned seconds later with a hamburger in his hand.
This is the darkness.
When I returned for a second visit, the previously bare cell had been furnished in upscale, Old English style, complete with a roaring fireplace, and seemed many times larger than it did from the exterior. It's the TARDIS. He's just the doctor.
Yes, the doctor can and go through walls. See, look, let me do it now. I see you! See, I technically went through a wall, I just had to open the door to get to it.
Welcome back to the Dark Manor podcast.
I'm Iris.
I'm Hax.
Today we're reading
SCP-343. SCP...
Finish reading.
Fuck you. SCP-343 greatly enjoys speaking with people and seems to have a knowledge of all topics. Visiting with SCP-343 has become a daily event for many of the staff here, and all employees report feeling generally happy after each visit. Attempts to
the fuck are you doing?
Below level 3 have proven unsuccessful, as guards assigned to watch the room quit their posts saying, "You know he likes company," or shrugging when questioned. Since SCP-343 has thus far been harmless, all staff have been allowed access, and somehow they all have time to meet with him for as long as they need. For now, I leave this report open as further questioning of SCP-343 is ongoing. Dr. Beck.
It's literally the doctor.
Yeah.
Such a happy, cheery man that knows everything.
What?
Sorry.
Like,
sorry.
I didn't even fucking say anything.
It was a delayed reaction.
For which part?
I said man. Ah!
It'll happen. It's gonna happen. Warning: special clearance for or higher if needed for further access. We got special clearance.
We do? What the fuck is our clearance?
Addendum number 343-2. In regards to document 343-1A, there are no relevant records available or seemingly in existence, and similarly, all records of Dr. Redacted, never working with SCP-343 or Dr. Beck, are missing and presumed non-existent. All staff question about the document convey ignorance of document number 343-1A and claim to have not met Dr. Redacted. In a related matter, Senior Officer Dr. Beck has requested a higher staff rotation to increase morale in worse-off sections. This is a very odd request and was the subject of further investigation. Other localized anomalies, such as better health, a greater job satisfaction, and lower fatalities in the section, have led to the request of being granted. The subject is now closed on orders of 05 Redacted. Addendum number 343-3.
I can do 1A.
Data recovered on redacted date from routine check of Dr. Redacted's network drive. Document number 343-1A.
Data lost as of data expunged. Visitors of SCP-343 are to be questioned as to their intent and converse. Data lost. Questions pertaining to other SCP are to be put forth. Data lost. Orders of Dr. Redacted. Yeah.
Document number 343-1B.
Data lost. Apparently my orders have gone missing. This is the last straw, Dr. B. Data lost. All my reports and requests to higher-ups have been unnoticed. I will confront SCP-343 tomorrow. Signed, Dr. Redacted. It's an interesting premise.
Yes. Now it's interesting what the fucking,
the story that goes along with this?
So
the story that goes along with this is called A Suicide Note.
This is good. Look at the first sentence. You chose this.
Yeah, I chose this. Okay.
We can change.
Nope. This isn't too big. Gotta get into character.
There are like 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 SCP.
Oh. I'm gonna be sure to not.
I'll remind you.
Yeah.
Oh, 166. Okay, there's like 5 SCPs in this.
Okay.
But 239 is mentioned.
A suicide note. I am going to kill myself.
What a great way to start.
Who am I kidding? I probably can't even die at this point. I know that the cyanide I injected isn't working because of the antitoxins put into my blood over a decade ago. Arsenic doesn't work either. Tried using rat poison and got no results. Everyone at the Foundation thinks I'm omnipotent. That I'm some kind of reality-bending psychopath who goes on wacky adventures with
Kondraki.
Kondraki, Bright, Wrights, Crow. Oh, how fucking wrong they are. Cronny's in a psych ward. Bright joined the Serpent's Hand and finally managed to die. Wright's merged with that thing she called her pet project, and Crow... Poor Crow. I had to shoot him myself. Maybe the last part is true. Maybe
paragraph.
I skipped into your paragraph. I apologize to all the gaming people in my community.
What?
Well, if I skip a paragraph, it's automatically a hate crime against gaming people.
No, tell me.
So, only I remain. Alto Clef. Alto, I will take a shotgun to a reality bender's balls and pull the trigger at point blank range, Chef. Or Clef.
That sounds like a shot.
Alto, I blew up the Challenger with my mind, Clef. Alto, I tried killing 239, Clef. Alto, fucking Satan, Clef. Maybe the last part is true. Maybe I am Satan. And as my punishment for defying God, I am forced to never be able to interact with anomalies. I'm not a reality bender, just the opposite. I am a reality anchor. I'm the only thing that's certain in a world where Yellowstone National Park just started being noticed less than a year ago, and where the spontaneous combustion virus breached containment and killed an entire site in a week. Where something that claims to be God walks around containment unhindered, except he can't very well walk anymore. I made sure of that. My last act in life before I pull the trigger. I can't see ghosts. I can't walk into another universe. I tried it. And there's an invisible barrier that keeps me from going through. I can't be affected by bends in reality, but I can touch those who bend it. I can't operate... What? Why are you touching my shoulder?
I can touch those who bend it.
What, do you want me to fucking bend over or something?
Start bending.
I can't operate anomalous machinery. I nearly broke 914 by trying to use it in a test. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if he mentions the toaster?
Real quick, what's 914?
You're checking what 914 is?
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
The clock works. Probably something to do with the clock or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can see it on suicide.
Yeah,
SCPs are mentioned in something that's added to the others.
Okay. Well,
Well, it's still a good one. We're reading a suicide
so
note.
a clockwork, and you think it's
something
about clocks.
It has to be.
But there's a story called, let me guess, applesauce that doesn't have to do with applesauce. So,
Well, technically the SCP is called The Clockworks.
Well, yeah.
That means it's
But
about clocks.
It could be a fucking Gatorade bottle for all we
no,
know.
that wouldn't make sense.
How would it not make sense?
Okay, the toaster one, that was a story. Why it was called something to do with applesauce, we don't know. But the story was called something that it wasn't, like, pertaining to. Not the SCP itself. Checkmate, atheist.
I can't be seen by anything that would even remotely qualify as an actual deity or demon. And I can't see them either. I can't see any of the hundreds of thousands of wonderful and terrible things that walk in our world. I can see Bigfoot, aliens, and some other cryptids, probably because they're not anomalous in the traditional sense. They're part of this universe, not from outside of it.
Bigfoot is called SCP-1000.
Really?
Yeah.
It took them to 1,000 in order to get Bigfoot?
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, Bigfoot is SCP-1000.
They got a fucking toaster before they got Bigfoot? I've only ever been able to interact with 3 anomalies, ever. All of them females. Ah! Wait, no, I'm not.
But it's
I'm not
female.
sexist. Sorry, say that again?
Female.
Ah!
I can't say that.
Go figure. The first one was... I can't even remember her name. I knew it at one point. I think it started with a D. She was in love... She was the love of my life. And I was told to kill her. I was told to take a shotgun to her head and blow her away just like I blew away a common Bixby, or a Mary Sue, or a Type Green, or whatever you called them. I couldn't. I saw in her eyes that she was afraid of me, so I did what I had to. I ran from the coalition. until there was nowhere left to run. I pledged my services to the Foundation if they promised amnesty for Dyrene. That was her name. I still remember the first Bixby I killed. She was 12 years old. I had to run her over with a car. The only thing she did was make one of her dolls come to life because she was just so lonely and needed a friend. She was bullied at school to the point where she started cutting herself. She was 12. Yeah, I'm gonna put a trigger warning at the beginning of this. She shouldn't have to worry about what razor blades would leave the least noticeable about what razor blades would leave the least noticeable scars or get hit by people in black vans. The fuck? You laughed at vans?
I don't know, I guess a child getting hit by a black van makes me laugh. This is not a white one.
Get the fuck out. I'm replacing you with Luke again.
Okay.
Turn in your badge,
My badge?
your membership card, and your virginity.
You've already got that one.
I do? Al Fine told me I was doing a service to the world. I had half a mind to shoot her then and there. I waited for about 6 months before I actually did. Made it look like a mugging gone wrong. The second anomaly I was ever able to interact with was Epon, my daughter. I say interact, but I'm still immune to her anomaly. I knew it was her the instant I saw her. She had her mother's eyes. She was my only proof that there was a man named Alto Clef. My daughter, who's stuck in a cell because the Foundation...
It's coming up.
Oh.
Every male in the world was going to try and
do bad things to her. They call her a succubus. What a joke. If she was a succubus, it would be the other way around. So my daughter, who you know as 166, look it up.
Write that down, Write that
down!
Accidentally skipped it. 166. I feel like just a teenage Gaia. And then it says SCP-166, I was a teenage succubus.
Huh.
Well, I mean, it's the daughter of this guy in another SCP. So
yeah, maybe...
Something anomalous for some reason.
Maybe we'll do it another time.
Well, I mean, unless the story we read is about...
Yeah. So, my daughter, who you know as 166, was being held against her will for the simple reason that she was born. She doesn't deserve it. I'm hoping that what I left with her will stop anything else from happening to her. And yet, I can't do anything about it. I can't even let her know I'm her father. The Foundation just thinks it's another anomaly that I'm immune to because I'm in a stormy ocean. But I know she's my daughter, and I want her to be happy. I tried to make her life a little better, but I had to use half of my contacts just to get a single note into her cell. I had to use the other half to leave my last gift to her. Epon, I'm sorry. The third one I could interact with was Siguros. 239, as you call her.
Or
as you know her.
Calls her the Witch Child.
Thank you.
I already had it up.
Maybe the next few should be going down this guy's family tree.
Sure.
And the ones leading into this suicide note. That whole shitstorm with her. It was because I was scared. I could actually feel her in my mind, and I was terrified. I had to kill her because she could get into my mind. She could do anything. I couldn't let that power go unchecked. The whole telekill sort of thing was bull. In my hands, a sharp stick could have killed her. I think that whole thing happened the way it did because whatever 239 is, wanted to toy with us. It wanted to laugh at us. Made me fight Kondraki. It made the thoughts of my mind into a dragon. Made everyone else act like fucking idiots just for a laugh. It It was doing that for years, ever since we discovered it. He's dead now. I put a cocktail of cyanide, arsenic, whatever 035 and 075 produce. I got
035 being something called the possessive mask. If you put it on, it possesses you and then tries to escape the Foundation. It's very, very evil. Very bad.
That reminds me of, So, you know the Angry Video Game Nerd, right?
I mean, I know of him.
When he was a kid, he created, 6 movies called Snicks. And it's literally about a mask that possesses... The mask of an ancient overlord that possesses you.
I mean, this mask secretes a weird black substance that melts things.
Oil?
No. And then 075 is a acidic snail. It's really big.
It's just the fucking snail that comes after you if you're immortal.
Yeah, no, it's besides what the coffee machine SCP, it can melt through just about every metal, plastic, or anything in the world. Yep.
I put a cocktail of cyanide, arsenic, whatever 035 and 075 produce, parentheses. I got it from the coffee machine with help from an assistant, parentheses. And a few dozen other things into her system. She melted. Right then and there. Since then, people have started acting normal again. Ears crossed out. Gary, he actually laughed yesterday when I told him a joke. It almost made me rethink this plan. But I know the Foundation is going to figure out who melted 239 at some point. And because the Foundation's motto is secure, contain, protect, not destroy, 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 I'm going to get my mind wiped and dumped on the side of the road in Albuquerque or something.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? Why do you... What the actual fuck?
What? Albuquerque is great.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
New Mexico.
Albuquerque's in New Mexico?
What'd you think it was?
I don't fucking know. I thought it was I'll be completely fucking honest with you. I thought it was a country.
No, that's Turkey. That's Turkey.
Not even what I'm thinking either.
Albuquerque, Turkey.
I'm not about to let that happen. My name is not Alto Clef, but it's probably the name you'll know me by. Assuming that 05s don't expunge all records of my existence. My will can be found in Dr. Bright's old office, behind where he used to keep the picture of his family on the southeastern wall. Assuming I can go to hell, well, I'll see you there someday, Alto Clef.
The above document was found in the office of Dr. Alto Clef following the sound of gunshots being reported from the general vicinity. When security teams arrived, blood matching that of Dr. Clef was found on the wall directly behind his desk, along with some brain matter and buckshot embedded in the wall. A spent shotgun casing was found underneath his desk, along with a Winchester 1912 shotgun that formerly belonged to Dr. Clef. Saliva matching his DNA was found on the edge of the barrel. To date, Dr. Clef's body has not been recovered. His current status is unknown.
So I think I love that. Because I love when the Foundation is always kind of portrayed as fucked up. Like, it's one of the main things of the corrupted world when I bring the SCP into it is that they are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And this being used to kind of... What kind of SCP did he fuck to create... I'm sorry, that...
I mean, he
that
fucked one SCP and then got another.
Well, he had to kill that one, right?
His daughter, yeah.
No, not his...
Yeah, that's what he killed.
Well, he did, but he killed the one before that, which...
Oh, wait, no.
The love of his life.
No,
he didn't kill his daughter.
No, I think it was he didn't kill her, he didn't kill his daughter, he killed 239. I think that's the one he killed.
Yeah.
That one or his daughter, one of them.
He killed the other one that was the love of his life, too.
They wanted him to, but he didn't.
Okay. And that's probably the one whose daughter is the child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the love of his life is that SCP that he didn't kill. And then, hold on, they had a daughter. they had a daughter that he didn't want to kill, that he might have, or it was a different SCP that he killed.
Yeah.
One of those two. His daughter or a different SCP.
I think my main thing with this is SCP doctors are out there just fucking SCPs.
Here's the thing, this guy was something called the Coalition, which is like this other rogue agency to do with anomalous objects. Basically, they're bad guys against the Foundation. They took this guy in. He went all the way up to a fucking doctor. In the realm of SCP, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good job, dude, even though you're dead and not real.
I would love to see this character be like the main character of like an audio series, a short audio series.
Let's make one. Do we get the sex
Fuck
scene
it.
too?
No.
Well, he is gonna fuck something.
I could probably, if I were to use him, it would probably be in the corrupted world.
So what's your story? Well, I fucked something anomalous. You know, the SCP Foundation? Yeah, they got them both.
I don't even have the worst of it. Someone fucked a fucking toaster.
He died from it, but some other dude shoved toast up his ass. I don't even know what's going on there.
I think overall I would give that an 8 out of 10 for both the SCP and the story. I was not expecting...
when it comes to the story by itself, it's good, but when it pertains to the actual...
When it pertains to the SCP that we were supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't have done it when I said, like, there were multiple SCPs involved.
Yeah, but oh well.
Oh well.
The story itself is an 8 out of 10, but it gets like a 3 in terms of connects to the actual fucking topic.
Yeah, because he's only talked about like 3 times.
Yeah.
The video.
Well, podcast, whatever, episode. Hey, hey guys, this is a fucking video.
No, it's not.
Do we want to end it here?
I mean, unless you want to read a second one. Because we're halfway, we're 30 minutes.
Nah, I'm fine with ending it here and it being a short one. Sorry.
You can, wait, what? Is it your hair in mine?
It could be.
I don't think so. If I keep grabbing it, I can't get it. Anyways, this has been the Dark Manor Podcast. I don't have anything else to say. I'm Hax.
I'm Iris. Good night. Doesn't even say his catchphrase anymore.
Well, because you said it was shit!